In today's video, I'm about to break down the most dominant defense in Madden 23 that allows you to get instant pressure with easy blitz setups while still playing lockdown coverage and stopping the run all at the same time. And if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on this video. Let's get into it now. Looking for Madden 23 Ultimate Team coins? AOEAH.com is the cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 3% off your order. YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And in this video, this Madden 23 tip video, I'm about to break down one of my favorite defenses in the game. We're going to be looking at the $3-2, and the play is going to be the cover 6, show 4. This is a very unique defense. Not a lot of people run this from dollar. Most people that run dollar run spinner or just DB fire all game. But this defense is nasty, and I'm about to show you guys how to do it. So, dollar's found in a few different playbooks. I personally prefer the 4-6 defensive playbook. And now I'm going to show you guys my coaching adjustments before we get into my setups. So when running this defense, I like to turn auto flip on, have my auto alignment on base, and then go down into my coaching adjustments and make sure my zone drops are off, and then go ahead and turn my zone coverage adjustment to match. So the play again is going to be the cover 6, and you guys can see here, show 4. Personally, I would actually just put this in your audibles along with, cover 4, DB fire 2, spinner, and that's going to just allow you guys to always have some good defenses to audible back and forth from when you're playing dollar. Now, with dollar, you definitely can't put your safeties in the game at the linebacker spot, which I would definitely recommend doing to make sure you get good animations when you're using, because we're mostly going to be using one of these sub linebackers. So put safeties there if you can, and make sure your slot corners are fast, because they're going to be blitzing and dropping back into coverage, so they need to be a versatile player. So let's get into the setups now. Like I said, we're going to show you a lot in this video. I'm going to go against some meta stuff. I'm actually in the Colts playbook on offense for this video. This playbook is extremely good. It has the bunch offset. It has some tight slots. It has some spread formations. It's one of the best playbooks in the game. We're going to break down a lot in this video defensively. First of all, I'm going to break down a few different blitz setups, like 2 to 3 different blitz setups to allow you guys to get pressure against different offensive looks. Then later in the video, I'm going to break down some coverage adjustments, some run defense, and how to lock up some meta offensive sets. So make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss out on important information. Now, first things first, like I said, we're going to go up against gun bunch, break down some blitzes. Now, this bunch offset or bunch formations in general, when I'm in this cover 6 match defense at $1, I always like to have my cover 2 side on the bunch side. So like here, if you break the huddle and see that the cover 2 side is actually on the one receiver side against a bunch, simply just flip your defense. I just do that by hitting square, the audible button, and then R2 to flip my defense. Now you guys can see the cover 2 is on the right side of the screen, which is the bunch side. Now if you come out in the huddle and it's already there, you're good. You don't have to flip your defense, but that is what I'd recommend doing, is always having the cover 2 side on the bunch side. So the next thing I'm going to do is press my defense. To do that, I hit coverage audible, which is either Y or triangle, depending upon your system, and then down on the left analog stick. With this baseline press look, what's going to happen is 2 things. First of all, it's going to help defend the sidelines against corner routes, but more importantly, it's going to always disguise what defense you're in. They're not going to know what defense you called, what coverage you called, because when you baseline and press from this look, you can call all sorts of different defenses from this formation. They'll never know what you did. So first things first, let's talk about blitzing. I always like, personally, to blitz at least one extra player if I'm going up against bunch. Now, sometimes against other formations, I'll only rush 3, which we'll get into in the video. But say you want to blitz the running back side. Well, when you blitz the running back side, you can just simply blitz this DB down, and then just go ahead, QB contain, which you don't even have to do, but that is an optional step. Now, the other thing I like to do when I'm in this formation is knowing who the threats are. So like this mid read, I honestly don't like the mid read. It doesn't do too much for me, so a lot of times I'm going to man up the tight end, because I know a lot of times the tight end could attack me on a seam, a quick flat, all sorts of different routes. I just want to make sure that tight end is taken away, and then I'm going to man the vert hookup on the slot, because I know that he could potentially run a corner route, a crossing route. Now this is just going to allow to make sure that I can take those 2 guys away, and I can focus on the middle of the field myself. Now you don't have to do that. I'll show you how to work without doing that in a second here. But that's just one adjustment I like to make against bunch a lot of the times. Now, here guys, you're going to see that I'm going to stand over this guard. The reason why I stand over the guard is it makes the O-line think I'm coming on a blitz, whether I'm not. or dropping back in coverage, they're still going to assume I'm coming, which just allows that DB to fly off the end of the screen untouched for the sack. Now, looking to become a better Madden player and win more games? Check out sportsgamers.com. I built sportsgamers.com from the ground up to give you the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks, all at the best price, bar none. We have a VIP membership that gives you access to the entire site, every ebook and every tip we release all year long for only $24.99. Click the link in the description. I've also pinned it in the comments, and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. So when I'm bringing this pressure, I know that when I blitz from the running back side, that if the running back goes out of the backfield, I need to watch him. So that's my job right here. I need to pay attention to the running back. Now, I didn't do that here because obviously this is just a tutorial video. But in a game, if I see the running back leak out and I'm doing this blitz setup, I know I need to guard him. I'm going to take that away. Because I also know that I have the slot tight end man. And I'm not even really, worried too much about corner routes on the other side of the field either. I have the cover 2. Then I have the cover 4 over here. So the running back really would be my job. So if we just go back, do that again, I can run the same setup defensively, press my coverage, just blitz the slot corner, QB contain, and stand over the guard with my user. Now this time I'm not going to do any additional adjustments, manning guys up. I'm just going to keep it as is. Just like this. No additional adjustments, no additional man ups. And I want you guys to see how this setup works with no additional adjustments, okay? No additional adjustments. It's just all default coverage. As you guys are going to see, it's still really, really good. So you don't have to do those man-ups I showed you in the beginning of the video. You really don't. Those man-ups are nice if you are playing someone who runs the meta, constantly is running corner routes and seam routes, then yes, that is definitely a really nice adjustment. But as you guys can see here, the mid-read, he actually matched on my crosser. Then the vertical hook, he kind of took away the tight end. And then obviously the wheel route was taken away by the flat. Then there's the cover 4 match on the one receiver side. So that's one way you can run this blitz. That's most effective against somebody who doesn't block the running back. You can also blitz from the other side. Now, I personally wouldn't do this too much against bunch because you definitely want that corner over there. He's going to be really, 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 really important. But, if you wanted to, you definitely could change it up. So like now, you could leave this guy over here to watch the running back if they were sending him out of the backfield on a wheel route. You could man up this guy right here. You could definitely man him up on the tight end so you don't have to watch the tight end. And then, your job really, if you did something like this, would be to watch, kind of like the slot receiver or the outside receiver coming back over the middle. But, I normally always like to man up the tight end just so I can make sure I take away that really common seam route that people like to run to the tight end out of this formation. So again, guys, you guys can see, this blitz is going to allow you to get that quick pressure off the edge, just rushing 4. Again, if they don't block the running back, that's going to come in really quickly. Now, if they do block the running back, it's still going to come in, but if they know how to ID, the running back will probably be able to slow it down. So that's when you need to go to the next blitz setup, which I'm going to show you guys in a second here. But again, one of the most important things is that if you blitz off that side, to make sure you man up that tight end so they just can't chuck a quick flat or, a quick seam route. And as you guys can see, if they do run a crosser, that safety actually matches it. You can kind of just watch the short middle just to make sure there's no quick drag, slants, whatever. If you saw like a corner route, you could potentially help out on that as well. So what about if they just go ahead and continuously block the running back over and over again and you want to guarantee yourself pressure? So if you see something like that, what I'd recommend doing is just, again, pressing your coverage, but this time blitz both slot corners. Again, you can either click on them and click the blitz, which is right now click down, or you can individually playmaker them, which is just coverage audible twice, either triangle, twice wide twice, then their icons, triangle and X here, and then again down on the right stick. I personally like the quick adjustments because you can just do it super fast. Then you can man up these guys individually if you want. Just completely up to you. Remember, guys, always try to keep that cover 2 side of the formation on the bunch side, so you can man up the tight end if necessary, and then leave this guy to match a potential crossing route by the slot, and you can help out. Like if the running back did go out here, you could help out on that, but if he doesn't, you're kind of free to roam. So again, guys, here, this is the way our blitz is going to look. We always make sure we stand over this guard with our user. Even though we're not blitzing, that just influences the O-line to let guys come free just like that. and we were able to get the sack. Really, really nice defense, as you guys can see. Quick pressure, but still, if you take a look at the replay, the coverage here is amazing to lock up this meta stuff that people run, which from bunch this year is a lot of verticals or corner routes, and then like watching the tight end on seams, and then potentially trail routes over the middle. Also, obviously quick wheels to the running back. But all that stuff, as you guys can see here, we can lock up really, really, really easily. So guys, now I want to focus on how you can stop the run and do a little bit more in coverage. So first of all, when you're in this defense, you can't stop the run with the line spread. However, it's a little bit more difficult. So if someone's consistently running the ball on you, there's a really easy way from this defense to stop the run. So we're still going to press our coverage. Again, coverage audible and down on the left stick. But then we're going to pinch our defensive line, which to do that we hit left on the D-pad and then down on the left analog stick. And then slant them inside, which we again hit left on the D-pad and then down on the right analog stick. Lastly, we're going to QB contain by hitting RB, RB, or R1, R1. Now when you do this, you can see that the D tackle, he kind of gets 2 rush angles. That's important. This is going to allow him to shed really good and get double teamed. And this is really, really good if you have an inside stuff at D tackle, but it's even good if you don't. Now, the next thing you're going to do is blitz both slot corners. So when you do this, you generally want to control the sub linebacker on the running back side so you can kind of flow to the ball. And this is how it's going to look. So if they try to run the ball, you guys can see here, there's nowhere to go. I was going to be able to shoot in the backfield, get the easy tackle for a loss, just shooting through the A gap. So if you look at the replay, you'll see here, again, the double team on the D tackle kind of allows me to shoot around in that A gap between the center and then the guard on the right of the screen. Now, because the running back noticed that, again, you can see my user shooting in that gap. He tries to cut it back. But the problem is, with the QB contain, the DNs, they kind of flare out, which makes the tackles pick them up. So that allows those slot corners to come in free, and we're able to get the tackle for a loss in the backfield. Now, just to let you guys know, you can still get quick pressure when you send 5 with this setup, when you pinch your D line and slant them inside. The only thing you do need to be aware of is when you do this, it's not quite as fast as keeping the line spread out, but you'll still get home. Now, the other thing is when you send 5 like this, especially against a more spread out formation, there's no curl flat to defend like a quick flat. Someone might could just throw it to the flat quickly. So I replaced the corner that was on the curl flat on the cover 4 side with the linebacker, and then use this other one right here. Kind of how I would do it. So as you guys can see here, like here, if they were to do something like this, you're going to be responsible for that quick middle area of the field right here. So be aware of that. As you guys can see here, I'm going to have to defend that seam, and we're able to get sacked. You guys can see here, that post could have been open later in the play if they had enough time. So again, that's something to be aware of. Obviously you can make more adjustments, but something I would probably do is just something like this, where if I was worried about that, I'd just man these guys up, and then I'd man the tight end up, and it would kind of just look like this. It would almost be a man coverage with this guy in the quartered zone, and then I'm kind of just guarding the middle of the field. Remember, I have a flat zone over here that could help on a tight end corner, or potentially the running back out of the backfield. But now I don't really have to worry about them running, any sort of specific route combos to attack the flats, because I have flats, and then I don't have to worry about the seams because I have the seams, right? So this is how that would look. And again, I can kind of just help out whatever I need to. And there's really nothing open, and we're able to get a quick coverage sack. So as you guys can see, this defense is versatile. It has matching principles, which allow you guys to lock up corner routes, but you can also blitz from it. You can blitz 4 from either side. You can blitz 5 to get instant pressure, and you can stop the run. You can spread the D-line out. You can keep them pinched. Anything you need to do, you can do it. If you guys enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and check out sportsgamers.com for more great Madden 23 content. I put the link to my VIP membership in the comments in the description, which gives you access to the entire site, every ebook, and tip I put out. And use coupon code DUKE to get 10% off your order. Till next time, I'm out of here.